We've had God. We've had guns. Now we need oaths.
There we go.
We've got a good contingent here from the Illinois Oath Keepers. Shawn Ewart is their leader in Illinois. And about 2 weeks ago, I was down in Jefferson City, Missouri at a rally where Sam Andrews, the Missouri leader of Oath Keepers, spoke. And he spoke about Ferguson, Missouri, and how the Oath Keepers protected businesses, and it was the only block that didn't get burned down. Okay? So I have mucho grande respect for the Oath Keepers. And I like to call Shawn my friend, too. So give it up for Shawn Ewart of the Oath Keepers, please.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? Good, excellent, excellent. I know it's a little chilly today, but you know, you really don't need to be cold. If you have the warmth and fire of liberty firing in your soul, you can let it spread to other people and have that seed and spark of liberty just spread among all the other people. So go and do that today. Spread the liberty from the fire within you. I'm Shawn Ewart of the Illinois Oath Keepers. Who here has heard of the Oath Keepers? Very good, excellent. Who has taken an oath to defend the Constitution? Thank you very much. Everyone, thank you. Those who have taken the oath, that solemn vow never expires. It carries on even after your service has been fulfilled. There are many types of oath keepers, from peace officers, military, firefighters, EMTs, and even politicians. There are many who have taken an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, but have broken that sacred pledge. That list of oath breakers is growing day by day. These people just want to ignore the Constitution, like it doesn't even exist. They want to ignore the rights of the people. They want to ignore and just flat out disregard that there's limitations that are put on them. These people believe that they are above the supreme law of the land. From Congress creating laws, from insider trading completely legal for themselves, but putting us behind bars for doing the exact same thing. There's something not right with this. There has been a wedge driven between the people, all people. We have been divided, segregated into groups, left wing, right wing, liberals, radicals, Democrats, Republicans, libertarians. This list goes on. Black, white, Hispanic, whatever. The divide is here. From billionaires to homeless people, from janitor to the CEO, the divide is there. The divide is an illusion. It was created to keep everybody's focus on the differences and create infighting. Instead of what we have all in common, believe it or not, we all do have something in common, and that is liberty. Liberty is something that we all can stand up for. It isn't just for a select few, it is for everyone. To aid in creating these groups and segregating people, we have mass metadata collection of all Americans. Metadata is used not only for the purpose of classifying Americans, but also surveillance of Americans. In 2014, former NSA and CIA Director Michael Hayden remarked, "We kill people based on metadata." The collection of metadata is not just some innocuous thing. Metadata What is it? Data on data, information contained in that data. From something sublime like photos, metadata in that information describes how big that picture is, whether it's 16 megapixel, 4 megapixel, the white balance, time and date it was taken, focal length, the device of the picture it was taken on, whether the flash was used, where that picture is stored. Also on all newer cameras, cell phones, the GPS coordinates. And coming in the near future, automatic cloud uploading of all pictures without the ability to store that picture on your own device. All this information just from a photo you've taken. All that information about that data can now be used for surveillance over you. If you probably take more pictures at different locations, like we all do, all that data can be compiled to track where you go, where you have been. This is just metadata from a photo. Now add in the metadata from text messages, phone calls, internet searches. They don't even have to know the syntax of the phone calls and the text messages. The information gathered from the metadata completes a puzzle. And from this information, a summary of your life can be created. They can then classify you as a threat. If the information portrays you as a veteran, if you're an owner of firearms, if you have gold and silver, have political dissent, it goes on and on. This is being done to all of us. There's no privacy anymore. There is nothing right with this. For many people, they come back with a statement, if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to worry about. Am I right? I'm sure many of you have encountered this. I sure have. My response to that is, I don't need to justify my stance. You need to justify your need to know my information. If you feel that way, why do you have curtains? Why do you lock your doors? Why not just give me your credit card number and social security numbers? If they refuse, well, they have stuff to hide and want some things to be kept private. Because after all, privacy does matter in a free society. There are some who will give up their liberty for security. But as good old Benjamin Franklin said, those who give up essential liberty to purchase temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. That statement rings true today. But what really makes me mad is that we should never have to justify having privacy taken away in the first place. There is something not right about this. How many people here know the entirety of the United States is a battlefield?
Got something to say? Come up and say it.
Raise your hands. If you know this fact, you are part of the small minority who realizes this. Now, does anybody know what declares the entirety of the United States a battlefield? The NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act. By the act of declaring the United States a battlefield, this gives almost free reign of the police surveillance state. It also allows for the indefinite detention of American citizens. And this is going on. Have you heard of the Chicago Police Home Square Black site?
Yes.
This location is being used to detain people without anything about them to be on record. It's happening right here in the United States. This is a deplorable act of tyranny of all involved. As a matter of fact, the Chicago Police Commander, Nicholas Roddy, resigned because of the story breaking. This is something that should never have been allowed to happen in the first place. But what is the saying? We allow our government to do in other countries eventually finds its way here as well. So in addition to the NDAA, we have the Patriot Act. This covers the warrantless searches without probable cause, without an oath or confirmation of the search, the particular areas and or persons to be searched, and what it may be seized in the searches. Some suggest that the threat is too great to allow the Fourth Amendment to be adhered to. There's something not right with this. All these infringements upon our liberties in the name of safety have got to come to a halt. People, we need to take and restore our liberties. It is up to us to do this. We need to put our foot down and demand that all of our liberties are restored. Too many people have become complacent. Too many people either do not care what is happening or even agree to suspending the Constitution. We, the people, will rise up, and we will awaken the rest of America to the unlawful acts being perpetrated upon us. It is up to us to do this. We must draw the line in the sand and not give one more inch to the people that would take the rest of our freedoms and liberties. No more. No more.
Yeah.
I am calling on the police. I'm calling on the military. I'm calling on the firefighters and EMTs. I'm calling on we the people. I am calling on the politicians to obey your oath. You took the stand in the face of tyranny and defend the Constitution. Say no to issuing commands and following orders that are not within the Constitution. If you fight for the people will fight for you. God bless you and God bless America.